Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Eileen. I have a craft with me today and I'm going to be working on a December daily insert, and this is for Patty, who is Mommy and Me Crafts here on YouTube and also on Instagram. She is hosting a December daily swap and we're in groups of 4s. So I finally got my papers in from urbangems.com. If you guys are interested, go ahead and check her out. I'll leave a link in the description box for you. But yeah, so this is the paper pad that I picked up. I also picked up the 12 by 12 papers. Now, with this collection, this kit actually, I only have single sheets for this kit. And I'm going to have to be a little clever because I have to make 4 inserts. And I don't know if they're going to have to be exactly the same or what, but I'm going to do my best to make them all look similar. And yeah, we're going to just work it out from there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my practice December daily insert that I created. I shared this in a previous video. And what I used was a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. And I did not cut any panels off. So this pocket right here, it will fold down, and there's a flap back here. This would fold down. It'll make a 12 by 12 piece. So I have the finished insert has to measure 4.5 by 8.5. Okay, so that's where I got my measurements from, the completed measurements, and I used my 12 by 12 made pockets and flip outs. So this is my interactive item that is required in the insert, and the flap here has magnets. And so this is what I'm going to do to make for my partners, and there you go. So that's an interactive piece. Here's a rip page here that I attached to the layering piece for this panel here. And these are just some cut aparts. This is a different collection, guys. So I had to practice so that I could know what I wanted to do. That way I'm not thinking, you know, while I'm making it. So now, so this panel, usually, you know, you would cut this off, but I'm using it as the flip out part. And then in the back, you have a secret pocket here on this side. And you also have a secret pocket up on the top. I forgot to show here in the middle, in the center. So you have room to put photos on or journaling, and it's matted on both sides, or not matted, but pattern paper on both sides. And we're also including some die cuts or some cut aparts inside the journal for your partner. So now the options for, or no, the other requirement was you have to add trim to your junk or to your insert, some trim to the edge, so when you close it you have that fancy texture on the side. You got the flip outs, and then the other part was an option to make paper clips or a chunky dangle. So I made 2 paper clips. This is one right here, it's a magnetic paper clip, and then this one is just a regular office style paper clip right there, and I just clipped it up to the top. And here's my chunky dangle right here with a bunch of beads and a jingle bell. So that is my practice. More cut aparts on there. All right, so that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to use pink cardstock because this collection, Simple Stories Holidays, does have some pink in it. So pretty much on all the papers you'll have a pink. So I picked this pink of cardstock. It's not a heavyweight cardstock, but you know, there you go. So this is a 12 by 12 piece, scored at the 8.5 inch mark, 4.5 and 9, and then you fold your panels whichever direction you want them in. So I want mine inside, this one's on the inside, and then this one's on the back. Okay, and that's what I'm going to work with. So now I have to get my layering pieces to cover this little insert. All right, so let me grab this out. Ooh. And then you can add texture by adding like stitching or even faux stitching with like using your pen or your marker. This is some stickers you can also add to the insert to add flat layers. You don't want a lot of dimension. So I'm seeing that we will not be able to have papers exactly everything the same, okay, because there's only one of each print. So let me get my cutter here. I'm going to cut off the top of this little label on the top, and then we're going to go ahead and cut our pieces to the measurements that I need to add to my layering. Okay. All right, so we have to take into account the direction. So we're gonna have to measure this. So this, from this edge to here is 4.5. So how I made my inserts, because it's 4.5, I wanted a very small border. I went like 1/4 of an inch, so 4 1/4. It'll give me a 1/8 inch all the way around my panel. So I'm going to cut this to 4 1/4, 4 1/4 right there, and hopefully it's straight. Okay, and then we're going to cut this because it's 8.5 inches long, so we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to cut it at 8 1/4. 8 1/4 inches long or tall. Okay, and we're going to save this because we're going to use that for the pockets. All right, so see how that's a perfect layer right there. I'm going to do the same for the outside pieces. So I need another 4 1/4, 4 1/4 inches, and I'm going to cut to 8 1/4. All right, that's how I did my first my practice. So my practice insert, this is all the same paper on the outside, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, so this one's going to go here in the middle section on the back. It's going to go there. So I'm going to also add stitching. So now this last panel is 3 inches. So we want the last piece to measure 2 3/4, because it is 2 3/4. And that is what I have written down, I think. All right, I can go for it. And we're going to double check this. Now, actually, if you're paying attention, I should have cut these pieces from the other end so that the panel would be able, the pattern would continue. So it would be something like that. And then this is actually on this side, if you guys could see that, which I did not do. So it's too bad. We're just gonna mix it up there. And then we're gonna cut this down to 8 1/4, 8 1/4. Okay, and we're keeping these pieces because we're going to use it to cover our little flaps. Okay, and now the back piece, I am going to cut this. This is going to be a little difficult. I just take my marker or my pencil I like doing these when I have it in my hands because then I don't have to. All right, I'm just going to mark it. And that is about it. So I'm using the pink to estimate where I want to line my paper, or how small I want it to come in. And then I'm going to come down here and find the edge of my pocket, and it's like literally right above the ribbon. So take that. Let's see how well we did this. Remember, we do not have any extras, so I'm going to take this from the bottom corner, go right up to where I marked it, just using my scissors, and go from here down to the bottom and hope that it works. Usually, oh yeah, perfect. Look at that. Look at that, close enough. So that pocket is set now. Oof. Let this go away. All right, so our outside layer is done. So I got that cut up. Now we're gonna flip this over. And let's see. I have to use a second piece of cardstock. Let's start there. Wait, so I do have some Christmas papers, I believe, that have that print. Or do I? Ooh, no I don't. Nope, take it back. No I don't. So we're just gonna get another piece from our stack. And I think I wanna go with this one. I think it looks good with this. Or should we go with the polka dots? Options are endless. What do you think? No. This one does not have pink in it, so it's kind of hard to really go for that one. This is very, very busy. I don't know. It's hard to choose. They're all going to be different, so we're going to go for this one. So each insert is going to take 2 pages, and they're going to be 2 different pages, guys, or 2 different designer paper. I mean, you don't have to, but that's the whole point, is using our paper collection. Okay. Cut that off. And we're going to turn this. Now we want it at 4 1/4, 4 1/4. Okay. And we're going to cut it at 8 1/4. All right. There you go. So this is for the inside panel. And the next one, another one, we're going to do 4 1/4 again for the center. And 1/4. And make sure everything is straight so I don't mess it up. I've done that before. 8 1/4. Okay, and we're going to save that for the pocket. This goes, oops, this goes here. So now the tricky part is my magnetic piece. I have this flap right here. And we're going to have to cut that at a later time. But I just want to make sure my panels fit in there real nice. We're going to find our layering pieces for this. That's right here. Wrong piece. It's very easy. Just look at the pattern, match it up. And there you go. There's our piece right there. So we're going to go ahead, and this side is a straight edge, so I'm kind of lining it up with the layering piece here, and I'm going to cut in from here and cut the bottom piece. All right, let me cut this off. Cut the bottom off. Okay, and then we're going to take our scissors, and I'm going to cut from the corner up to that mark that I made. And I say good enough is good enough. There we go. And I'm not gluing anything yet because I'm going to put some stitches onto these pieces of paper. All right, so now we need this smaller piece, which is the 3-inch piece. So we need to cut that one to 2 3/4, and just like that. We have this extra piece right there, and then we're going to cut that down to 8 1/4 right there. 8 1/4. Okay, and we're going to save that for the pocket. So we just add that here, and then on this one I went ahead and glued this. I glued this pocket on this side, so I don't have to worry about this inside panel. Whoops. I don't have to worry about this inside flap because it's going to be a closed pocket. I just glue one side down, and then this piece is good. Now we get our pocket piece, line that up. When we go to attach this, you want to make sure that the layering paper is lined up so that it doesn't distract. So your edge right here is going to look perfect. So this one, I don't think I'm going to, I'm not even going to cut the angle. So this one, let me line this up and I can get a straight line. Okay. And just like that. It helps, guys. It really does help. So I'm just making little marks. I don't even measure. And just cut that piece out. And then this will go in here, right on this one. So just like that. All right, so now I've already got this done. I just have to add my stitching to these. I have to think out what kind of shaker I can make for this, for these inserts, because on the sample I have a shaker for my front. There's a shaker there, and the chunky charm. So got to do all that. Okay guys, I put together some sequin mix. I have some greens, pinks, reds, and even white snowflakes and clay. So you could see some snowflakes in there. There's some snowmen, some peppermints, just like that. All kinds of different textures. There's even dewdrops in there, red and clear. So that's what I've got going on in this mix. Hopefully it looks good when I go to stitch it all together. So I'm gonna get to doing that, and then I'll be back. Okay guys, so I got all my inserts ready, and I already sewed on the tool on the first one. This is what the others look like, and they're ready to get stitched. All the layering pieces are on there. Nothing is attached, it's just where they're just in position. And then I'm using this white faux snow tool from Dollar Tree. And that's what I'm going to use to put the shakers here. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Oops. So I'm going to do one insert at a time. That way, that way I don't get overwhelmed. So right now I just stitched around here with some gold thread, and I left part of it open. I don't know if you can see this side panel here. This is our mix, our sequin mix, and I think it looks good. Let's try to shake it up, stir it up. So now I'm just going to put some in here. I'm not going to measure. I'm just going to go with what I think is enough, and then move it around a little bit and hope for the best. Let me see. And I think maybe there's just another scoop. Put up some here. Oh, I thought I made enough, but I might have to make another one. Just hold that down. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and close this up. I'm going to zigzag stitch and just shift this out a little bit and get it evenly distributed. And I'll zigzag stitch from this corner here, go here, 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 and then one more. Or I might just make it 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We'll see. I'll be back. Okay, guys, we're going to have part 2 because it's late and I just finished sewing all these panels. It's just the front. It's not all the layers. So I stitched it all the way around, and then I separated some of the sequins. So you go from the top corner, come down, go across, go down, and that way you have your sequins all over. So I did all 4, and they're all different, like I said before. So that's 2. And there's this one. It's got Santa. This one's upside down. It's got Santa Claus, like this. And then there's this one. And this one says fa la 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 la. Alright, so that's it. And I will come back with the part 2. Thanks for watching. Bye.